Yan ang feeling ko. Yan. Ayan. Okay. Very nice. Nung lumabas yung game sa inyo.
Ha?
Yung game sa Discord.
Dito.
Okay. Basa tayo ng comments.
Discord.
Sa Discord.
Oh.
So ito na nga. Utang na loob naman. Sana okay na dito. Minsan si Converge ang nasa yan. Mapahanggang dito.
Mapahanggang ngayon.
Mapahanggang
Okay na iniisip mo ngayon.
Hello, Ark. Yes. Are clear in the house nga pala, guys.
Yes.
I swear the stream looks a lot cleaner here. Yes. Ang
Yes.
Steve ko lang naman dito is hindi mo siya ma-archive. So, wala.
Download lang.
Da-download mo lang talaga. Wait, ano comment?
Wait, hindi ma-archive?
Yung comment ng ano pala. Hindi mo
ma-archive. Sa
ma-archive.
Twitch.
Nag-expire dito. Okay, tanggalin natin yung comment section dahil yan
Kasi I tried checking, wala akong magawa doon sa mga demo stream ko. I had to download them and then upload them on Facebook para lang ma-preserve sila.
Yes. Yan. Hindi natin kailangan yan. Cat jam. Pwede ka mag-cat jam na dito, yes. Bawal na bawal yan. Bakit blue yung tiger? Asan ang blue?
Anong bawal na bawal? Bawal yan. Basta ka nga.
Bawal yan. Bawal yan. Nga.
Meron ka na lang king crab dyan.
Bakit ang liit mo? Ha?
King crab ka na
Yes,
naman dyan.
meron tayong king crab. Yum,
Ang liit mo.
Ha?
Ang liit mo.
Maliit ako? Oo nga, maliit
Compared
nga
sa
ako.
model namin ni Jay.
Oo nga, maliit
ang liit
nga
mo.
ako. Yan, Benjamin Button.
Butan. Benjamin Butan.
Benjamin Button. Okay. First time chat from viewer. Sino? Sino to Twitch? Sino yung first time chat?
Naka-highlight naman yun
Oo nga, hindi niya nilagay ko sino highlight. First time chat from viewer lang nakalagay. Mama Mia, hello!
Naka-highlight nga. Yun, kulit mo.
Oo nga. Kasama pala yun. Yung king crab, let's go. Yes, ang sarap ng king crab. Bikin namin.
Bili nga ako leche kay. Not-curious ako kung sarap talaga o hindi.
Is good.
Ang laki lang niya.
Ayan.
Ano?
Yam.
What? Hoy!
Yeah?
Ano yun?
King crab.
Hindi, buto ko.
Wow.
Oh, well, appropriate.
Kaya guys, lagi kayong ng gatas kasi yung isa dyan galit sa gatas.
Osteoporosis. Oy, grabe ka.
Ha? Sinasabi na.
Broken bones.
Okay. Ganito yung setup na. Sige, ulitin natin. Wala. Converge na talaga yung problema pagdating sa ganyan. So, hindi natin, wala na tayong control.
Ako dito.
We're back.
30 FPS ka dito.
Oo nga true.
Or
Anyway,
least.
so yun nga. As I was saying, ang setup natin for the whole program, when I say whole program, kasama yung mayonnaise, yung mga segments natin, kasama yung poll.
Walang mayonnaise.
Ha?
Walang mayonnaise.
Dito walang mayonnaise. So, every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays ng 1 a.m. No? The rest of the nagbibinata.
Sino si Bake Shag? Sino si Bake Shaggy nag-online siya?
Ha?
Oh?
Jago. The rest of the days or any time
Kita ko lumabas yung
sa day
Steam
na yun. Oo, nakita ko rin yun. The rest of the days or any time of the day other than dun sa 3 nights na yun.
Teka, ano ba sinishare mo sa Discord?
Yung game lang.
Yung game.
Ah, okay. Confused ako sa inyong dalawa eh.
Lumabas kasi dun sa
Pinapanood ko yung
game.
Twitch.
Anyway, ulit. So, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays ng 1, yun yung buong program. Labas dyan kapag ako nag-stream. Wala tayong polls, wala tayong memes. And then, hindi naman tayo sa cloud dun sa ano. Hindi naman tayo, Converge. Hindi na natapos yung sinabi ko.
Okay.
Ayan. Converge. Anyway,
Kita ka pa rin naman sa...
ano ba yung pinakalas na sasabihin ko? Dapat, ayun, hindi tayo ipit doon sa 2 hours. Hindi tayo ipit doon sa 2 hours. Pwedeng undertime, pwedeng overtime. Tapos pwedeng hindi ko nagamitin yung tidbits. Okay?
Tidbit.
So, shoutout sa mga kasama natin ngayon na nandito sa kabilang banda ng daigdig. Si Blisterino on Twitch and Facebook. Azurin on Twitch. Si Ark on Facebook. May Twitch ka ba, Ark? Like, nag-stream ka ba sa Ark din?
Nakamute siya.
Nakamute, okay. Ark Lair on Twitch. Nag-stream ka ba sa Twitch? Hindi, no?
Dati.
Okay.
Parang once, twice lang. Pero ano pa yun? It was around the decade of Dota days ko pa.
Okay. Ayan, shoutout na rin natin yung Ark Lair page on Twitch. Zeppipus on Twitch. Mamma Mia Plays on Twitch and Facebook. Hello. Sino pang nandito? Shira. Si Shira 2653. Thank you. First time viewer and follower. Maraming salamat sa pag-follow. ASMR ang potek. Pag umuunat ako, ganun ang tunog. Shoutout din kay Hitokiri _Reka or Zayron. Thank you sa paghabol sa atin dito sa kabilang banda ng daigdig. Habol. Ayun. And sino pa bang hindi natin na-mention? Okay, wala na.
Kami lang naman ni Jay.
Ay, oo nga pala.
Okay lang.
Pero sobrang sabog.
Okay lang.
Hindi,
Sanay
it's not
na
okay.
kami.
It's not okay. It's never going to be
Siyempre,
okay.
ang pinaka-importante, shoutout sa mga kasama natin na nandito sa stream, sa Reo 1 on
Sobrang
Twitch.
no? Kailangan pa paringgan eh.
Hindi ko na maalala ko ilang beses ako nag-shoutout sa inyo.
Huwag ka nang paliwanag.
And TechBoot Tito on Facebook.
Tandaan mo it's too late to start pretending.
It's too late for a new beginning. Beginnings guide. Basa tayo ng mga comments. Ayun,
Beninging.
Bakit ang liit?
Beninging.
Ayun. Chicharap in orange version. Yes. Chicharap in orange version. Pero pwede mo matic export sa YouTube yung VOD mo here. Oh.
Tawag doon, I tried that. Pero I think kailangan verified yung account mo sa YouTube. If it's too long, hindi niya.
Yun lang. Kasi hindi pa tayo verified. Very much.
Sinubukan ko kasi yung mga demo stream ko, umaabot siya ng 1 to 2 hours. Masyado raw mahaba. So, ang option niya is to cut it into 15-minute segments, which is not really feasible. So, ginawa ko na lang is, dinaload ko na lang lahat, then dinamp ko lahat sa Facebook para sa bagsakan.
Pijamin Butan. Pijamin Butan. Ginawa mo baby. Baby, paatras baby. Katangahan aso. Ano nangyari doon?
Ano bang trip mo aso ngayon, ha?
Hello, ASMR Putik, Chichay Ron. Galit sa gatas. Ako din, galit sa gatas.
Oo nga, yun nga yung sinasabi
Ikaw
namin.
nga, yung pinaparinggan na galit sa gatas, tanga.
Ikaw tong pinariringgan namin.
Idol ko si Edward Elric.
Maliit si Edward, ikaw hindi.
Oo nga eh.
Oo nga. You're abnormally tall.
Hindi! Wala pa nga ako 6 feet.
Hindi, abnormally tall.
Converge na to, din na yung platform. Converge na yan. Itsura ni
Abnormal.
Itsura ni Mel dun sa ano niya. Tara po, sing hot, hahaha. Watch me whip.
Is in ACDC.
Sinasabi namin? Sinasabi namin, binabasa mo sinasabi namin. Tapos pinindot na naman yung lap track habang
Teka
disconnect.
nga, isa pa ang Yossi, leche.
Tawag nito.
So tama lang pala nung pinindot ko yung laugh track, ibig sabihin nagla-live na, umabot siya.
Teka lang kukwento namin. Habang na-disconnect kami sa Converge, pinipindot nito ni Ads yung lap track kahit walang nakita. Kahit kaming tatlo lang.
Worse than that, kanina pa siya nagbabasa ng comments kahit disconnected yung stream.
Bakit mas
Pinipindot yung laptop.
nai-stress ako kahit na hindi naman ako
Ha?
mas nai-stress ako kahit na na relax stream lang.
Bayawan ko sa'yo.
Ikaw tong nagpapastress.
Sige. Pwede naman yung full. Nagagawa ko ng full transfer ng stream ko dito to YouTube. Oh. Sige.
Talagang ba? Bakit nung sinubukan ko ayaw?
Pinaghalo ko po hydrochloric acid tsaka Zonrox bleach, singhot chlorine gas. Ay. Uy, delikado yun. Aso. Delikado. Bagsak ako sa chemistry, pwede rin mangyari sa akin. Hindi ko na need i-cut to 15 minutes per session. Nice. Ice cream, guys. Gumawa ako kagabi mocha with... mocha! Ooh!
Naghalo si...
Mocha. Basta
Naghalo-
basta informative.
hydrochloric acid tsaka Zonrox.
Yeah.
Puta. Chemical
Teka,
warfare.
Anong trip mo dito? Ano to?
Si Azuro.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of
Mass
mass
cleanliness.
destruction.
Grabe
Weapons
naman sa
of
abnormally tol.
Oo, abnormally tall talaga
Pangit
yan.
ka banding ni Converge talaga. I know, right?
Mas pangit si Ads pero...
Hoy!
Huwag na pag-usapan yun.
Ark, hello Sir Ark, Sir R, Sir Ads, malito kami, malito ka. Kami na lang ni Rodel, nalilito ka na eh.
Ako lang.
Noon meron.
Alam mo yung feeling na wala pang nangyayari sa stream at tipong dapat nag-ready na ako lumabas ng bahay.
Oo nga.
Oh,
Ayun,
pwede ka
anyway,
na lumabas.
we're back.
7, di ba?
7.
Kubaw lang naman. Kahit na...
Kapitbahay mo lang naman.
Naku, wag na lang kaya ako manood, puta.
Ay, hindi ka ba bumili ng... pipila ka ba dapat?
I don't think it matters kung pipila ako kasi chinek ko yung cinema, wala pang occupied na seats.
Mukhang nagsawa ng mga tao doon sa hype.
Tawag dito, dun sa Magnolia 100% vacant. Sa Gateway 90% vacant.
Nice.
Sa Shanghai.
Kasi, na yung hype. Medyo naglaylo na. I mean, January 8 pa yung show.
Hindi, din. Lumabas din ako.
22 days.
Lumabas kami ni Ads kahapon, separately. Nakita namin na ang luwag ngayon ng mall.
Ano mega?
Ang luwag sa Shanghai.
Oo.
Pero
Galing ako mega kahapon eh. Wala rin tao.
kahit sa Siyang actually. Tapos
Galing ako ng Shanghai.
sa grocery lang yung shit. Anyway, basa tayong
wait.
comments. Puro mga Sir Aulo.
Oo naman.
Baka ayaw nyo, Sir Rewan. Ayaw ang alin? Pwede.
I mean, call me by Reoan, call me by Sketch, doesn't matter. Pero pag tinawag niyo ako by full name, ibaban ko kayo kagad dito, mga hayop.
Tinawag ka ni Mia Jonathan on stream.
Ay, wait lang. Saan? Ngayon?
Saan? Hindi ka makita. Wait.
Nung nag-stream si Mia, tinawag ka niya Jonathan.
Hindi. Akala ko dito. Kung dito yan,
Hindi.
baban ko yan kagad.
Pwede ko pakita naman. Doon ko na lang i-post sa Discord ni RTP. Sige, Ars. Thank you. Bakit di ako
Hindi,
naka-follow?
pwede.
What the fuck? Nga, shoutout kay The Awkward Tofu in the house. Thank you sa pag-follow.
Nini, gusto mong ibot kita sa
For some reason yung follow
sa
ko.
call.
Thank you rin
Gusto mo
kay
ibot kita sa call.
Tito J just followed me 2 minutes ago.
Nag-miss kayo.
Puro DC nangyayari, hahaha. Nanonood mo, Sir Sketch? Spidoy man. Spidoy.
Scooter man sana.
Let's go, ban!
Pahamak to si Tito J.
Teka lang ha, wala
di
ako
ko
dun.
hindi ka daw niya tinawag na Jonathan.
Wala ako sa ano, hindi ko
Hindi na-
hawak kabilang phone ko eh. Hindi ako nagbabasa ng comments.
Mia may vote.
May evidence, may evidence.
Hindi din. Hindi pa ako nag-joke, mababan pala ako, runs.
Oo, tandaan nyo guys ha, mas power tripper ako dito sa Twitch.
Ayan, si-
Pahamak to si Tito J, di ako pwede. John Yatan Esquero.
Hoy, mga, sino yan?
Si Solf. Hindi mo naman name yun, may Enye.
Tandaan mo, Solve, kaya ko din sabihin yung totoong pangalan mo ha. Tandaan mo yan ha. Alam ko yung totoong pangalan mo.
Laglag, gano'n.
Ano?
Yan na si Ate Solf. Oh no. No.
Tandaan mo, kaya din lagyan ng N yung pangalan mo ha.
Oo nga pala.
Ano?
Oo nga pala.
Kaya lagyan ng N rin yung
Oo
pangalan
nga
mo.
pala. Pwede nga pala yun. Teka lang. Sige. Yan. Winawin na natin ang content.
Teka lang,
Daglagan.
wala kasi ako sa loob ng kwarto. Hindi ko nakita yung comments. Manakay pag nakaupo na ako sa kwarto ulit.
Nasa ka ba?
Seryoso nga daw, diba?
Akala ko nasa sinehan.
Ngayon, ako. Gago. Sinihan ng puta. Wala, ayoko nang manood, leche.
Bakit?
Wala pang nangyayari sa stream eh.
Thank you naman doon sa palakpakan po natin sa Facebook at sa kanyang ingest na napaka-reliable.
Kung may nangyari na kanina pa, naka at least 1 hour na tayo into the
Oo
game.
nga, actually. Speaking of Furu, kanina lang pinag-uusapan natin yung ingest. And then, 30 minutes later nag-live ako, nag-down si ingest.
Wala, yung ingest mo, naging indigestion eh.
Oo nga, indigested eh. Ano to? Okay. Na-imagine ko si Sket na may sombrero, John. Arriba, ole, nagre-reklamo
Sino na
na.
naman yan?
Si Habs.
Ako.
Nagre-reklamo na naman si Suskeho. Hasyendero feels John Yatan. Hindi, Hasyendero feels si Tito J.
Si Juan Miguel.
Juan Miguel. Siya nga si Jigel, di ba? O nga, speaking of Jigel, wala po si Miguel dito sa Twitch. So, ayun. Iayusin pa rin natin yun. Nag-struggle po ako doon sa difference nilang dalawa, I have to be honest. And bihira din kasi tayo mag-stream sa Twitch. Pero,
Remind kita ha, ayusin mo na.
Juan Miguel na may gubat. Ayan, tama yan.
anyway.
Tawag dito. Ano lang naman din eh, if ever naman, ang TTS ko dito will just be for follows for the most part.
Sulitin na ang kasiyahan sa chat, Tora. Well, I have the whole night naman, except yung, syempre, kakain ako ng dinner ng 7.
Jigel.
Teka lang ha, humanda kayo pag nakaupo na sa kwarto ulit tayo mga nagko-comment dyan ha.
Pero pag kumain naman ako ng dinner, BBRB lang ako, kuha lang ako ng plate of food and then lalagay ko dito sa harap natin. Ano tayo tawag doon, mga kumakain ng walang pakialam kung ano nang ginagawa nila. Basta kumakain. Marino? Marino?
Marino? Marino?
Kain Marino?
Wait.
Kain Marino?
Pagkador? Marino? Ano ba?
Kain Marino daw.
Sige mo.
Kain Marino daw tawag doon, yung tipong hindi ka quote-unquote kumakain ng what is supposed to be yung setup. Nandun ka sa mesa, nandun yung ulam sa harap mo.
Ako, hindi, bata pa lang ako, hindi ako makasalamin sa...
Yun. Kapag
Yun pala yun.
labas ka doon sa setup na yun, like, pumunta ka doon sa sala, hindi ka sa dining room, nanonood ka
Kumakain ka sa banyo.
nanonood ka. Yung mga Marino yun.
Kumakain ka sa bubong, sa banyo, kumakain sa
yes.
bodega.
Yes.
Okay. Ano tawag doon?
Pag ba nagkaroon ng redeem reward sa stream ni RTP dito sa Twitch, meron bang ban rewan in 69 minutes for 69
Ay, walang
points?
ganon. Wala ka kapangyarihan sa ganyan.
Oo nga, no?
Hindi nyo ko kaya dito.
Shoutout nga pala si Zeppy po sa nagkaroon ng appearance doon sa ating AKR.
Si alam mo, right?
Alam mo, right? Alam ko, right? Sino ako? Yes.
Ikaw nga, kaya nga.
Yun yung tanong doon.
Sabi ko
Ang
sa'yo.
tanong doon, who are you? Sagot ko, yes. Yung kaka-spam share ko ng...
Matiwasay ako nagtatrabaho. Tapos maririnig ko sa tenga ko. Alam ko, right? Wow, sino tong taong to?
Nasobrahan na ng tagilis yung pota.
Sasabihin ko lang sana alam ko. Pero parang yung alam ko, pag binitawan ko yung salitang alam ko, nagmumukhang tanga naman yung kausap ko. Diba? Parang...
O, di ikaw nagmukhang tanga.
So ako yung nagmukhang tanga kasi lagyan ko ng right. Right?
Right?
Ang kakaspam share ko ng stream mo sabay nag-end. Juan Miguel na may gubat. Jigel. Sir Sketch si Derry, oh.
Ito na, uupo na ako sa sa kwarto ko, umanda kayo sa mga nagko-comment dyan.
Ang layo na ng ano mo
Ha?
Chat mo na.
San Marino. Corn beef? Lurk lang ako, nakatakas ng kwarto yung bata. Oh no! Nakatakas!
Oh, no.
Ikulong! Kolong. Nandiyan si Kolong Police.
Holehen.
Holehen.
Lehen.
Teka, kumakain sa banyo. Sabi,
Ayun na kumakain sa banyo. Oh, kikiam.
tarantado. How are you here?
How are you here? Did you enjoy?
Pag-usapan namin ni Mia isang araw yung,
Ano?
bakit ngayon ka lang?
Nako, ito yun eh. Pwede akong maging umabot sa 50 follows ngayong gabi.
Yeah, ako nasa 4. Bumaba yun sa akin eh. From 40 to naging 42, di ko alam bakit eh.
Ayan na.
You were saying?
Yes.
Yung may mga dumating na estudyante na late. Tapos yung teacher ko nung high school, sumigaw ng, "Why are you now?" So, sabi ko, teka, anong gusto niyang sabihin? Bakit ngayon ka lang?
Dumating sa buhay ko.
Ano yun? Yung nasa Maymay, hindi ko alam kung na-present ko sa Maymays yun. Pero kay Sketch, pinakita ko yun eh. Yung ano daw yung, sa Tagalog ng yung naalala mo yung Lucky Me Beef? Sketch?
Ha?
Yung Lucky Me Beef, yung sa English niya. Sa Tagalog niya.
Gago.
Nakalimutan ko yun, oh my God. Teka lang. Ayan, game, sino ang lapastangan sa akin dito? J.O.
Dali.
Bakit ngayon ka lang?
Lucky Me Beef. Lucky Me Beef, baka swertihin ako.
Baka swertihin ako. Sa English, Lucky Me Beef. Bastos. Nung sinabi ni Sketch sa akin
May isa pang sinend eh.
Ano to?
Yung wag susuko.
Ano to uli? Ano to uli?
Ha?
Ano nga, wala uli
Hindi
yun?
mo tandaan.
Hindi ko wala. Ang daming memes.
Hindi, yung i-translate daw yung wag susuko into English. Ang sinagot, not my boobs. Tanginang yan, gago.
Oo nga wala.
Ba't kayo ganyan, people?
Wag susuko.
Not my boobs.
Not my boobs.
Yung nung sinabi ni Sketch sa akin na Sketch na lang instead of his first name, naka-adjust naman ako kahit nasanay ako tinatawag ko by first name.
I swear to
Pag
God,
nag-like
kahit
image.
kahit director sa opisina, sabihan ko na wag akong tawagin by first name.
Oo.
Wala akong pake.
Actually, tinawag ko si Sketch ng second first name niya eh. Well, ganun pa rin.
Second first name.
Second first name.
Wait.
Kung
Oo
second,
nga.
ba't siya naging first?
Hindi kasi sa biodata sinusulat mo. Saan mo sinusulat yung
Ano nga
sa
bang
first name, di ba?
Ano nga bang
Hindi siya.
Ano nga bang
Hindi more appropriate second given name. Kesa naman second first name.
Pero kasi minsan tinatanong sa form eh. What is your
Oo nga,
first
first name
name?
First
So
name,
lalagay
bro,
mo
yun.
lang Adrian. Nasan yung Richard?
Ikaw na mag-reveal ng buong first name mo, ako ayoko eh.
Diba?
What is your
Kasi meron bang second name?
Hindi ko alam.
And your last name
wala
is
sa mga biodata
your last name is not just for you.
Okay, naka 20 minutes na tayo. Simula na tayo, beginner's guide.
Ano second first name? Second name.
Okay, maglaro na.
Kasama na yung first name, given name. So, are you testing my passion? Anyway, tayo maglalaro ng The Beginner's Guide. So, shoutout sa kaibigan natin na si Blisterino na nagsuggest nito. Ito daw ay medyo emotional na kind of game. Pero sa totoo lang, inisip ko laruin yung Cancer na binili na rin natin itong araw ng lason. At may naamoy akong sunog. May nagluluto na naman sa baba. Alas 6 na yun.
May ba mamaya, walang may ngayon Jay.
May. Walang may.
May time out na ako, Nyens.
Sino to?
Ito na, game na, sabi ni Mama.
Shoutout nga pala kay Salt na na-time out. Congratulations.
30 seconds lang na.
Ano to? Message deleted by moderator, ang dami.
Bakit?
Ako yun, ginawa ko yun. Ganun yun. Pag nag-time out ka.
Pag ano ka naman, pag moderate ka ng ganyan, mapapanood naman yung stream.
Walang may.
Tama, di ba?
Yeah.
Walang
Hindi lang
mayonnaise.
makaplan.
Uubusan niyo ako ng ideas. ng source, na resources pala, hindi ideas. Hindi ko idea yun.
Bro, tara.
Hello, Makers! O3 in the house. Yes.
Papusin mo yung oras natin. Kakabasa ng comments. Magsimula ka na maglaro.
Walang limit ang stream nato.
Teka lang nga, iisip ko tuloy kung maliligo pa ako, yung tubig ko mainit na eh.
O, di maligo ka, pero sumama ka pa rin at sama mo yung cellphone.
Kaya kong gawin yan.
Maririnig
Hindi ako
natin
mauwi.
yung
Kaya
pisik-pisik.
Kaya kong gawin. Kaya kong maligo na anong off-stream pa rin tayo. Sige.
Maririnig natin.
Yehey, it's an honor. Utang.
Pwede naman akong maligo na I can still see the stream, tapos naka-loudspeaker lang, tapos,
May echos.
gago.
May
Electrack
echos.
pa rin tayo na nito talaga.
Nag-green na ako eh. Nag-green na ako. Ayun, nag-yellow, Yun, okay na.
Ayan.
Ayun,
Yeah.
as I was saying, plan ko mag-reaction stream. No, meron ako isang YouTube video source na channel na pwede kong sabihin i-promote ko na rin. Tapos ano yun siya? Sunod-sunod siya ng mga what the hell tsaka mga nakakatawa na klase ng videos. Sa ganitong klase ng setup natin, I believe bebenta yan. Lalo na kapag nandiyan si Sketch, yung reaction niyan, di ba?
Mumurahin ko lang kayo na paulit-ulit.
Mali pala. Ano na naman yan?
Puta. Instant reaction. Pag ginawa niya yung reaction stream na yan, putang ina, maliligo lang kayo ng mura. Sunod-sunod.
Unli sa stream, let's go. Hindi naman Unli.
Lagyan
Gusto lang natin maglaro.
Counter yan. Lalagyan na ng mura counter pag ginawa niya yun.
Instead of mayonnaise, how about trivia time?
Depende sa trivia yan. Kung ano kasi trivia bibigay mo eh.
Trivia, alam nyo ba na sa loob ng isang lifespan ng isang tao, pwedeng 20 beses po may pumasok na gagamba sa loob ng ilong nyo?
Putang ina, what?
Hindi, bibig pala. Pero hindi, totoo yun.
Gawin ko sa iyo.
Totoo daw yun. Sa buong lifespan ng isang tao, 20 beses na may pumasok ng gagamba sa loob ng bibig mo.
Gusto mo gawin natin yun?
Hindi,
Minsan?
ayoko. Sinabi ko lang. Siyempre, yun yung naglinger sa akin.
Gagamba ba to?
So,
Visit yung mail emote ko.
ha?
Visit yung mail emojis.
Oo. Unli DC Makers.
Ang appropriate eh.
Shower stream na ba to, Sketch? Nasa Chendesitas kami. Kami nila Hayes.
Busy ka.
Oh, yeah. Hindi, share ko lang sa'yo. Sige, share ko na rin sa kanila.
Live na ulit.
Yung time na nasa Chendesitas kami nila Hades, nila Kel, sila D. And then, syempre, mayroong pet shop doon, di ba? Marami. Tapos may isang part ng aquarium doon. Parang binitbit ako ni Kel ng buong brusko niya doon sa harap nung aquarium. Sabi ko, puta. Tapos tarantula.
Yes.
Pero buti na lang, yung tarantula niya, yung maliit. Maliit na tarantula pa lang.
Di ano yun? Tarantula?
So parang tarantula. alam mo, Sketch, tarantulantado ka.
Yeah.
Bakit ikaw pwede mag-joke ng ganon?
Yeah.
Nandun ako sa boundary na ayoko sa'yo, wisit, lumayo ka sa akin, tsaka bakit ang cute-cute mo?
Oh, cute naman pala eh.
Pero wag ka lang magbubuka na tipo gumapang sa katawan ko, no?
Cute naman siya eh.
Teka, basa tayong comments. Ang dami. Gusto niyo ba talaga? Hinahamon na si Jay. Ay, si Jay. Si Zay. Ito naman, maligo ka na. Gagamba ba, Tora? I see, interesting.
Tara na.
Feels bad, man. Anyways, drop muna, Mi. Hapunan na muna ako. Sige, balikan na lang, Ars. See you later, see you
Nauna pa
later.
sa mag-drop bago maglaro.
Tirintuli. Ano tirintuli? Cute ka, pero at a distance. Sige, tara, let's go.
Begin the game. Yan.
Chapter select na kagad, yung final na kagad.
Please
Make sure audio
is on.
Marinig ba namin to?
Dapat, kasi nakashare yung mismong game.
Okay.
What is left?
Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd
Narinig niyo?
story, today
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me.
Kodo?
I met Coda in early
Kodo.
2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment.
Oh wait.
But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games.
What?
I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is.
Oy, didast. Oo nga eh.
And that's exactly what we're going to do.
Di siya didas. Pero yung texture
So,
yan.
It's 2008. Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet. He just makes them and then immediately abandons them,
Right.
and they sit on his computer.
Wait,
Right.
I think
And I think he really understood
Gusto ko
this
siya
image
lagyan
of
ng
himself as a
subtitle.
recluse. At one point, he
Ng?
jokingly
subtitle.
Wala ata. Video?
Just check the video.
Wala.
Oh, wala.
Mm.
I hope guys you can keep up with the narration kasi I think narration heavy yung game, or I don't even know if this is a game, pero it's an experience, should I say, kasi ganun din si Stanley Parable. Para sa akin it's an experience. Wow, kala ko may nagka-accent. It should have subtitle options. Let me check.
Ayun.
Closed
Ayun.
captioning.
Good. Okay.
Walang ano, na lang tsaka full.
he renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without...
Nasaan yung caption? I don't understand.
I don't understand. Oh well, just catch up na lang tayo, guys.
baka
Is the
after
game,
this paragraph.
mahina ba yung audio ng game for you guys? Para marinig yung narration?
Sa amin, sa side namin, okay naman. Ewan ko sa stream.
Yun nga eh, I just want to ask the stream.
Sige, i-play mo. Ubit ako.
You might need to restart or wait a little bit. Sige, let's try to wait a little bit.
even
Audio is
really
okay though.
pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage
Audio's
him to
perfect.
start
Good.
creating
Sige.
again.
It's
And
all
if the
good.
people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at davey WREDEN@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Oh. Okay.
Hmm.
Whoa!
Whisper machine active. Shift destruction imminent.
Whoa.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Okay.
There are floating rocks. Why?
I don't know.
You can click to fire the gun.
Tahimik ah.
Nga.
Tahimik tong baril ah.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
Nga. What? What?
I
It
think
kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should
Yun yung
talk about
subtitles.
his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force.
Subtitle is super title nasa taas.
Closed captions.
Super
ngayon.
title.
The subs are on the top, which is actually nice.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Wait, what? What? Okay.
yeah.
Where do we go? No? Naalala ko yung Doom.
Yeah.
Doom.
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it.
Oh my god.
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
I need to be... Okay, thank you. Ayoko ng ano eh. Ayoko
Okay,
ng...
this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the Whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the Whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Wow, you're asking for a lot.
What do I need to do?
Stop the beam with your body.
I died.
Let me
did.
pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level.
Okay.
But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
I float. Oh, there's the labyrinth.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
November 2006. Okay.
This is more of a visual novel than an actual game.
Yeah.
The past was behind.
The
Wow.
past was behind her. And I can't move.
Click.
I can't move. Wait.
Yep, in this game
Oh.
you can only walk backwards.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Edi wow.
Okay. Ah! That was bad. Wait. What?
Ano ka pa naman? Directionally challenged.
Directionally challenge. Nice. Ano tayo? Nagmo-moonwalk.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. Okay? But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength? That's deep. To confront it.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that.
Ayos yun ah.
Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Silent Hill.
You are now entering. Wait.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
What?
What? Nonsense is nearly...
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Ano yan?
I missed it.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early
Yun yung
games.
at the level?
He would really only talk to me about
Yung
it as
nakasulat?
he was making it.
Nonsense
Yeah.
in
Once he
nearly
stopped to
every
work on a
direction.
game, like, that was
Oh.
it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Or slowing down.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens.
Wait, do you hear the water? No.
No,
Yeah.
Okay, good. You do?
What? Yeah, I do.
I don't. Importante sa akin. Hindi marinig yung streams. The moans. Anong the moans? What do you mean the moans? Ayun, nag-stop lang tayo dahil naputol tayo. Let's continue.
Naghang yung Twitch ko. Weird.
Ano to? Stand on an X staring at the barefoot. What? Wait, what? Whoa. Wait.
What am I supposed to follow?
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas
Wait,
for
what?
games.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
You are a gate. Huh? A series of
Coda
lavish
would often
manuals
tell me that
come
he
with
didn't mind if
the game
people
giving
thought
you
of him as
instruction on how to
old
play.
or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Okay. Bakit sa ulo? Putan, dami nakalagay. The moans. Sa Tagalog, mga demonyo.
Nako.
Ready, set, fish. You can tell na luma na yung game.
Yeah.
Sabi
I think-
2018.
I think that these are actually the actual like model ng games na or yung tawag doon.
or at least yung
Actual games na yon na ginawa before.
yung
Well,
Counter-Strike.
this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle.
Okay.
Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Okay. Nothing is here. Nothing is here either. Sasara siya. So if that's the case, then nandito yung map. Or is it on the other side? Okay.
Gas.
Ha?
May gas ako.
Yeah, meron yan. Pero, puzzle daw siya eh.
What if yung lever, i-up mo, tapos try mong pumasok habang nagsasara?
Oh, there we go.
Don't
Oh,
forget that
I'm a
solution.
genius.
Alright!
We're gonna see it a lot.
Oy, Koda, nagtagal na programming language nun. What's this?
3 dots. K dot. Look behind. Stop. Nothing? Okay.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Enter. What? Holy...
Marami pa pala.
But the
What
actual
the fuck? Holy...
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world.
Yeah.
Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Teka, mag-start ako ng phone na, pero tuloy mo lang yung game.
Ito, 2009 na. We're now exiting.
Aha.
Exiting o exciting?
This, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Okay. Nag-BRB si Sketch? Okay.
Restart daw siya ng phone.
Sige.
Go.
Sige. Time out muna tayo. Antayin natin si Sketch. Restarting phone. Okay, okay. Restart phone. I am here though. It's really good. Alam mo guys, seryoso. Masarap tong king crab. From region. Na? Tuloy na nga natin.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
What the? What?
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, welcome back. Is it okay? Is it okay to fall?
Bye.
Is it okay to fall? Oh, it's okay to fall. Oh,
Wait.
what? Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, okay. That was nice. Nothing. Nice to, Mela.
Ito mo na.
Nagsala. Parang napaka-utopia naman ng ng structure na to. Okay. And then
why not make it playable and accessible?
connect.
And so we just
Pause
got
mo,
into
pause.
heated arguments over it, and there was one
Okay na, okay na.
Okay ah.
time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
1 hour, mag-aantay ka sa kulungan. And that's the game.
Kulungan simulator. I don't know. Kolong simulator.
Kolong simulator. Yes, I love this game. Either I replay/rewatch this game every year or something. O yan. At least we're playing it na kasi you got me at the Stanley Parable. Wow. Napaka-utopia ng structure. My God. Yun lang ang ano ko. Ang trouble ko is the first person. Pero, I'm taking it easy.
It's not, too bad as a
Not
first person.
Yeah, it's not as...
Hindi ka naman platforming or
Ang
anything.
problema ko kanina kasi yung yung part na naging labyrinth. Na ano ko na yun, like, oh no. Kasi napaka-narrow nung
Wait. It's the 3 dots again.
Yeah, the 3 dots.
Again.
You mean to say, we are... Oh,
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
You're not lying, are you?
maybe I think it is. Yeah.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But
Wait,
I promise
I think
I'll
that's
share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Walang anything in that room.
Wala. Sige, let's
Hindi
check.
ka nga lumingon eh.
Let's check.
I'm curious about those 3 dots, to be quite honest.
Well, wala naman tayong makukuhang info about it pa. Thank you nga pala sa pag-stay dito sa stream natin sa Twitch.
Hello, 10 viewers.
Hello 10 viewers.
-1. Kasi isa ako doon.
Well,
Well, I'm also one of those.
news and speak listen. You there?
Here,
Did you...
Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capability.
Let's choose... Hindi ko alam kung... Tanungin natin. Tanungin natin si Mel.
I think mas okay.
Mel, choices matter ba itong game na to? So sa mga hindi nakakakita, no, the question is, you there, did you come up above what was up there? Tapos ito yung mga options. So
Oo nga, nakaharang kami.
yeah, let's choose two. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with doors and switches?
With 2 doors.
2 doors and switches.
Yeah. Diba? Diba meron?
1 or 3.
Again, perfect. Now please, tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Nothing is right here.
No, there is one right answer. 2.
2, nga. You didn't solve it? So you have learned nothing. You cannot help us escape this prison. You are not the one I need. Surely there will be someone else.
What is this?
The door.
Can you talk to them again?
Another door.
Oh, it's them again.
How did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No, I have been here this entire time.
1.
Yan, hinaig muna natin si Tito J, tsaka si Sketch, para mabasa natin yung mga questions. Na sa totoo lang, hindi ko gusto yung font of choice. Then again, this was like what, early to 2010s?
And again, this is not your game. Huwag kang pakialamero.
Apo,
Kalibre ba to?
kalibre.
Mukhang kalibre.
How dare you?
No, we actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Why would I care about the space between the doors? Actually, now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange as I passed through it. I don't recall the space between the doors. Number 2.
May space between the doors, so it's 2.
But there is space.
O 2 or 1.
I don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again.
Ah, okay.
Okay, mukhang wala na sila, so balik na natin. Toop, toop. Hello again.
Yes.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Everything's so blocky.
Yeah.
Ending mo, no, nasa Sherlock Holmes ka, chapter 1.
What the hell?
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell
Wala
you
ka sa
quite why,
high-rise.
but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost.
Okay.
It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination.
Okay.
We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay.
Okay.
Sabi mo eh.
Sabi mo eh. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Nice room. Okay.
Grabe naman to mga player na to.
Oo nga.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
Are we on?
Okay, how about earlier?
Di ba?
Did you hear the water?
Hindi naman. Ayan, we're back.
So, no water sounds?
Wala naman ako narinig.
Okay. Noise cancel's working fine now. Or noise suppression rather.
Ang dami. Dami comments. Oh, holy shit. Can you guys hear me? Si Koda rin pala sa bulat mo. Hello. Reasonable.
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Okay. Thanks.
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played. But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Wow.
I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Back to alert level 2, ha? Okay.
Bumaba na daw. Wait, what?
Wait, did you just go back?
Yeah, I did. Nalito ako. There we go. Semi-lurk muna ako habang gawaing bahay. Good luck sa debugging as to enjoy gameplay. Sige. Thank you, Derry.
Ako naman ay maliliko in a bit.
Ako, magbi-BRB tayo na few dahil kukuha ako ng food. Ng actual food. It's already 7.
Same. Well, ako lalabas ako for food.
Sige.
Well, I just finished lunch ng 5 something. I'm getting for sweets
At
though.
the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life.
Na-busy. Maybe I've been literally for what did I do? Help. Good, how do you solve it? Developer answers, please. This doesn't make sense. Second door won't open. Second door won't open. Okay.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Okay. Heading back to the start later, guys. Guys, not as bad in here. No solution. There's no second switch. No answer, I think. See. There is.
Hindi nila alam.
Hindi nila
Kung
alam.
sila eh.
Ano yun? Hindi nila alam is solve quote unquote.
How do you leave notes? Typewriter, narinig natin. And there's the lamp.
Wow.
Are you there? Please say something. Could be anything. I just need you to say something. Blah 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 blah. blah.
Nagaling mo kami.
Speak.
Speak.
Moon.
Na? Okay. Sige, bababa ako.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kinda just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Pause ko muna?
Yeah.
Habang di pa simula yung level.
Guys!
BRB ka muna siguro?
BRB muna. Gonna get some food.
Naman na.
Ako naman ay
bibili
maliliko
ng
during
pagkain.
this BRB.
So, literal BRB tayo.
Huwag kang maingay, naliligo ko.
Okay. Tagal nga. Ang tagal ng disconnection na.
Nothing new.
Conberg! Okay, ang ulam natin ngayong gabi ay adobong atay ng manok with scrambled eggs.
The eggs does not help.
What?
The eggs doesn't help. Atay ko rin yan, yak.
Ayaw mo ng adobong at ayaw mo ng atay ng manok? O ayaw mo ng atay at all?
Atay is yak.
Paano pag naging vampira ka?
Your point?
Anong kakanin mo pag vampira ka kung ayaw mo ng atay?
Dugo, hindi atay, gago.
Eggs. Yes, I like eggs.
Sorry.
I like eggs.
Wait, you don't hear the water splashing here.
We
You don't?
can.
Okay, good.
Anyway, so ano masasabi ko so far sa game? It's not a game. It's an experience. Kasi it's linear. You have nowhere to go but to listen to the narrator and
There's barely any gameplay.
yeah, there's no gameplay. Pero is it good? Yes, I like it so far. Parang binibigyan binibigyan niya ako ng experience. Literal.
Sabi ko nga, I would call this a visual novel kind of game.
Para siyang nalaglag yung kanin sa aking table. No.
Pa yan.
Okay. Si Tito J ay lumabas saglit dahil bibili ng ulam. So pagbalik niya dito, hopefully wala naman masyadong missing. Okay.
Yun lang, stupid. I can't see the stream, pero wala akong salamin. So hindi ko salamin.
Sige.
Sige lang. Ang importante naman yung narration eh.
Yes. So, dinala niya ako sa isang kwarto na merong rehas. Hindi ko alam kung rehas yun o sadyang wall lang siya na parang rehas. Tapos merong well na nasa malayo. And then there's a door. Hindi ko alam saan ako dadalhin. And then it led me to a
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture.
yes.
And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
version. Walang appliances, walang furnitures. What furniture ought to go in the center? Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot that part. Ought to go. Oh, ought to go. Akala ko tinatanong niya ako kung ano yung nakalagay doon talaga. How about a TV with surround sound? A refrigerator or put a giant hole in the ground?
Ano? A refrigerator with surround sound? Yes.
Gago. Just put a giant hole in the ground. Wait, what? Okay, now, what about the wall of the room? Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I'd really like a washing machine. Bakit ganun ang spelling ng machine niya with an S? 10 stoves line up along the wall. What the hell are these choices? Let's go with washing machine.
Stoves?
Stoves.
Is this onion posing now?
I think we should light up this room a bit. A skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. I'm thinking 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. Let's put live Tesla coils in each corner. Tangin na Tesla coil. Okay, let's pick number 2. Okay. Let's eat dinner po. Hey, actually ako din, yes. I'm eating adobong atay ng, oh my god, may tumutulong oil. Wait, tissue.
Ako naman kanina, I had sisig. And I think the sisig I think.
Wait, naliligo si Sir Sketch? Hindi, nag-ano yan? Nag-aahit and...
Hindi, naghihilamos ako ng buong katawan ko. Well, I'm on lunch, pero I really do want something sweet right now.
This is really good. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Saka ang sa Bluetooth.
You're saying?
Yeah, isang liver lover.
Liver lover, yes. I'm, kumbaga sa ibang countries ang tawag ng mga streamers ay liver. Liver.
Yeah.
Shower stream daw brought to you by Perla Soap.
I'm sorry, I'm not that cheap. Dog.
Alam nyo ba na ang Perla ang poor dog's soap?
Kawawa naman yung dog.
Di ako nakain ng atay. Oh! Ay, putod na naman.
Kasi atay, it's either rubbery, it tastes weird, or it just feels wrong when you chew it.
Actually kasi, meron kasing manner of cooking ang atay para hindi siya maging gulanit. Yung talaga yung term ko eh, gulanit.
The texture is one thing, but you cannot change the flavor.
Anyway.
Oh shit, I forgot my towel.
Oh no, magkakalat ka ng water. At
Stupid.
pasas. VRoid ka pala eh. 4 months glutathione, Perla. Perla soap for anything, mapadamit, hayop o tao. Gulaman.
Ito na yung mga pinggan ninyo.
Noy, hello nga pala guys. Welcome to RTP, Red Tiger Place, also known as Kisetsu Benitora. Thank you sa nanonood sa ating 15 viewers. Yes. Maraming salamat.
Welcome to my shower stream.
Shower stream po ni Sketch. And we are currently playing the beginner's guide. I don't know if
quote-unquote playing.
Quote-unquote playing. I don't know if you've heard of this game. It's a game na parang it's hard to explain.
It's a compilation of like quote-unquote mini games with narration about the creator ng game. I think it's about the creator more than anything.
Yes. Currently chatting, charot. Actually, kumakain lang tayo muna. Kasi, And kanina sunod-sunod yung disconnection.
I need to check Food Panda for something sweet na pwede kong order.
Okay, there we go. Yung chewy part.
Meron ako na-realize din pala na, di ba, kirat nga ako kumain lately. Pero kapag hindi kanin yung kinakain ko, versus kumain. Di ba kahapon I had, what did I have kagabi? A chicken sandwich ng KFC.
Yeah.
And then I had a Subway. I ate those pretty fast.
Okay.
Maybe I should just skip rice for dinner.
Sprite. Nasa OnlyFans ba ang shower stream ni Reuan? Hanapin nyo na lang po. Currently eating. Ano ulam natin? Yan. Aba, may OnlyFans. Kakatapos lang kumain. Ano mga ulam natin tonight, guys?
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Okay, now this is weird.
Ano yan?
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Okay.
Hello, please walk forward.
The guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the directions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Good. Go over. Yun yung 3 dots. Go over to the photo frame and click. To turn
Click
slightly.
it slightly.
Now turn the floor lamp.
How dare you?
What happened?
Play.
What? Now what? Turn it back on. Now go to the left side sofa. Move it over a little. Finally touch the shelves.
Did you actually remember all of what you're doing?
Yeah. This is the shelf. Where's the shelf? Here. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Return to the start. Return. I mean, the fact na nangyayari yun sa Twitch tsaka sa Facebook, alam mo sila na yung problema.
I mean, who else can we blame at this point?
Computer setup, bro.
Hindi ikaw.
Apritadang puro patata si Mia. Para sila ulam. Ako tama nilagang saba. Ha? Vegetarian ka, Zeppy? But anyway, sige, laro ka lang dyan. Yeah. We'll play. Uy, halos same kami ni Blisterino ng ulam. Yung OCD ko ng gambala. Yes. Gambala ng simbahan ay nanggigising na. Sarap ng nguya eh. Apritatas na ba tawag dyan?
Where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on?
What the fuck?
But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons.
Okay.
This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Okay.
Wait lang, hindi ko.
Sige. Ah, the lamppost. Oh,
That again.
what's that, though? Beyond.
Final boss. Charot.
Final post. Buisit. Ah, phone booth. Hello, who is this? Hey, it's me. It's you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the furniture maze.
It's
Yep.
a conversation.
Yep, it's the
And
escape
so this is what
tutorial.
Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Okay.
Kaya tanggalin natin si sketch muna ulit.
Yan.
Ako yung,
Naka-headset na
ako yung
ulit.
nawala. Tanga.
Eddie Wong.
Reset. Furniture maze, escape tutorial, reverse prison.
Ayan, sa PC na ako.
That's where I am right now. Oh, I'm so glad to know that I can get out eventually. What's it like to escape? Actually, I'm already forgetting what being in the prison is like. It's strange, but in a way, I kind of miss being in a prison. It feels like I'm being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. Do you feel any different? Some things I'm scared and I'll get out, and things will be exactly the same as before. No, I'm really the same person now as I was back then. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all. Oh, good. That's so nice to hear. Makes me feel really happy. Age just kind of does that, you know. I'm still me, but I'm not somehow. It's hard to describe. Remember to enjoy being.
Static ba? Static ba?
Parang wala na.
Meron na. Like sa game.
Sa game meron.
Okay.
Kasi ano phone. Naku, nawala si Sir Sketch. Tinanggal muna natin para mabasa natin yung dialogue. Remember to enjoy who you are right now. It won't last.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Yes, I did get a call, but that's how it's basically. Wala naman. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. To get out, you need to tell me how you feel right now. To get out, just talk with me for a bit. What? That will free me? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it will. Just be sincere. It will make sense. Sincere about what? That's exactly what you need to figure out in order to escape.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Anyway, let's get Sketch back.
Yes.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Ikaw na lang nag-window mode.
Ha?
Dapat nag-window mode ka na lang pala for this.
Oo nga eh. Oh well.
That's fine.
Wala naman time check.
Yeah, that's true.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between. games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Wow.
Okay. Sige. Doon muna tayo sa window.
Ha? Ikaw naman sa araw.
Pero nakaharang ka pa rin pala. Sige. Ayusin natin pa.
Bakit? Wait, ba't ganun yung ano na screen?
Ayusin natin.
Yung game, rather.
Resolution niya na.
Okay.
There we go. Walang natin konti. And ikaw, dito ka sa other side. Tama ko. Yan. Yan. Yan.
Wala ka talaga, Chris. Sinungaling.
No. Anyway. Please clear the table. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed?
Okay. Ano ka ba dyan? Bisita o katulong?
Oo nga. Banyo pala to. While you're in there, why don't you straighten the rug? Straighten out the rug. All the details matter. You enjoy being a house cleaner? How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this mess. This line of work, you let go of those judgments pretty fast. May not be your apartment, but something in your life needs straightening up. You think you've got nothing that needs cleaning. Be careful, because that means it's everything. At any rate, my place is just to see a bit of peace brought here. Speaking of which, the pillows on the couch are a wreck. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I saw churros. Oh no.
Oh no, it looks like someone spilled the drink over my couch.
Alam ka?
Okay. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Yeah, I'll try to get by. Do you absolutely have to? Okay, let's get the first
Yeah.
one.
Utaw?
No.
Edi wow.
No, it was stupid.
Tanong ka
Sorry,
pa.
never mind. Okay. Siya pala yung stupid. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Don't you? Yeah, sure. Last I checked, the tub needed a cleaning. How about you scrub it down the best as you can?
May mga utos.
Oo nga. The tub. No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Are there still books scattered on the floor in the bedroom? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? Dami mo namang inuutos eh. Isa-isa lang. Where is it? Okay.
Nutella milk tea.
Uy! Nutella milk tea for Mackers.
After
Now-
the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you,
Okay.
and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Whatever work you do, you have absolutely got to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So what would be the task and hand leave the future chores to you? To future you.
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Okay, so why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you? Present you wants to smooth out the rug on the bedroom, believe it or not. Trust me on this one. The tub. Going to say that occurs to me that one's house is like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Hoy, yak! Yak daw! Hello, Bakers!
Ito pa, meron pa. Ito.
Ano yan?
I saw some waffles. Banana Nutella
Uy.
cream cheese.
Oh!
Waffles.
Mmm! Very nice. Huwag niyo pong pansinin yung comments dyan sa side natin dahil yan po yun ang pinakahuling set ng comments sa Facebook.
Huwag nyo rin pasilin sa baba yung like and share.
Hoy, yak! Chill! Ano, chi? Chill? Chi! Chi!
Oh shit. Ito ads. Strawberry mango jam combination. Bubble waffle.
Ay, tama.
May dapa.
Pindot ka.
Dapa na, ito na yung jam.
Anyway. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it, that's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. You're right, that's pretty cheesy. There's a bit of truth in it, no?
Yeah, 3.
Pwede basta walang Nutella. Banana Nutella, collab namin yan.
Apo. Oo nga, yung...
Books, would you please clean up the books? Oh my God, hindi na natapos.
Saka nga alalay.
I'm glad he made this.
What's this?
I'm glad he found some peace.
Pillows.
Si Black Scoop.
Okay. Doon na tayong bumalik dun sa isa. Yeah.
Ikaw.
Moving.
I
It's
did
how
not
you
think
stay
I would like
alive.
Macau. Hindi ko naisip na I would like Macau.
Macau?
Yeah. Macau period. Just to be clear.
Oh, hello.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Items
were
11
wrong.
members
This
only.
one gets a bit goofy.
Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No?
Oh,
You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about the way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they can make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I tend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so easy.
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts.
Holy crap.
what the fuck?
Holy crap.
What is this shit?
Black hole.
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Okay. Choices. This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? And yun lang ang choice.
Ha?
Yun lang ang choice.
Ikaw na nga yung teacher.
Ako na yung teacher. Well, let me tell you right now, it isn't effortless when it's not the right answer.
You can move around the class. What's there to do anyway?
If you are torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life and not doing it right. Wait,
Sino yun?
I can't
Ikaw
go
ba yung
there.
kanina?
Okay,
Yung kulay pink?
ako yung pink. If I can go... Yun lang yan. Yun lang na mapupunta. Seek out the only one thing. What is the easiest, simplest path forward? There's no truth. There's no path. Do what is easiest, do what's simplest, feel what is true. And then, holy shit, you guys, something is coming out of the back of the room. Look out. Nothing, no.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
Genuine item.
Teka, subo lang tayo.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one.
Oh.
That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this. And it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Ano daw?
This game daw took 4 months.
Oh, okay. Tagal.
Pulot ako puta.
Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are a gathering of professions. First, you start out leaning against the wall. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room, in this chair, is a professional photographer of animals. It's her dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something to succeed. Go and say something to her. Ay wait, ba't ako mad? Where's the bathroom? Maganda. What are you doing? You're deflecting, you're not saying what's actually on your mind. Stop dancing around it and you have a conversation with this person. Do it. Oh, nice. Wait lang ha. Bumalik na naman tayo sa dialogue eh. Yeah. At least, meron na tayong ready. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment. Is that you need a better feel with stepping. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her. Okay.
I'll pause again.
Yeah. This time.
Going to the darkness.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, yes. This
The
is
game
working. This
ends
is
with
what I
this
like.
eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away.
Where a man was totally bubble waffle and empty.
So,
This person to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
5 months. Mobius Strip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game.
We have to not lock the game.
Kasi... What's going on? Help, I'm blind. I can't say anything. What's going on?
I don't understand. So how do we play this if we cannot? We should not be looking at it.
He's not being literal about it, I think. What the heck?
Huh?
Okay, what's going on?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise.
Of course.
And there is a solution, by the way.
This is a puzzle then.
It is.
Whisper.
Whisper again. With wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too late.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Order done.
Very good.
Back to the game.
Speak something that is honest. No, that isn't truthful. Okay. What? What? What's the truthful? No. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
matas.
No. Meron siya sinasabi. Okay, help, I'm blind.
You're not.
Hindi yung first set of questions kasi. And then after this, the only way to stop is to speak something that is honest. Two. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. Did it stop? It stopped. I don't feel it anymore.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So, where's that coming from? But then, even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him.
Oh.
Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
But it was going to be easy.
Wow.
Stuck in it.
Wow.
I'm alone, whatever.
We're going to be okay.
Kind of hurt a bit.
Wow. This game.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Matagal yung
Wow.
games.
From 2, 4, and then now it's just 6 months.
Yeah.
There.
Ah.
It looks graphically better, but hindi lang pasahin ng text, sketchy, yung kulay.
Oh, nga.
Ow!
Sorry.
It's worse! What's wrong with the music? What do you feel like saying? I feel like saying 2.
There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. Trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far.
Namayin ko lang yung overlay nakaharang.
Yeah. Yaman na.
I need to see it to know why it's stuck.
Para magsalita siya, kailangan ko pumunta sa isang spot. Ayun, yung pag may mga bago.
Biglang lumalaki yung space bot.
Yeah.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? 1 is deal, 2 is deal, 3. It doesn't matter what I say.
Doesn't matter what I say. That's it. We're going to end up there one way or another, right?
That's honest.
But why does it have to put 2 options for deal?
I don't know.
Ah.
Oh, I pressed 3. Still deal.
Huh?
3 ang pinrest ko. Pinrest ko yung pangatlo.
What the hell?
Deal pa rin yung lumabas.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the
When was
internet.
this game released?
And so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Kailan nirelease yung game?
Yeah.
Let me check.
The games were created between 2008 and 2011. Pero kailan nirelease tong game?
It's 2015.
Wow. For as early as 2015, we have like gut-wrenching kind of games like this.
Yeah.
Here's the puzzle. What do you think? Oh, wonderful. Okay. I have to close the first door. Switch here.
you can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Okay, here we are. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that the game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. 1. Okay, making games is simple. 2. Sure, making games is easy. 3. Alright, making games is effortless.
Someone's crying.
Hmm?
There's a crying sound. Disconnected.
Yeah.
Disturbing and crying.
When I make games, I feel completely energized. I'm constantly excited about, enthusiastic about my work.
It is easy. It never stops being easy.
Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
1. Every time I make something, I feel better about myself. 2. I just never stop creating what I was just reading them.
Sorry, I thought that was a choice. Pero
This is
regardless.
someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Iba yung messages, no? Sa pader.
Nga nasa pader, ah. Puro negativity.
Tatlong options. None of this is helping. I'm going to vomit. Please first the machine. Okay.
Patience.
You have to. Hindi ko na mabasa yung putang ina ng sulat.
Ayan.
You have to trust me. I promise this will work. Please continue.
It always peace work eventually. Yes, more. Keep going.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
I'm free, I'm free. Oh. Oh.
But it didn't stop.
Yeah.
After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with
Huh?
a new game.
Wow. Wow. Kinilabutan ako dun.
Sabi ko nga, disturbing nung pag-game.
Mm.
The machine.
Milk tea. Are we on?
Bia.
Are we on? Kailangan mag-VRoid. Pwede man tayo magdaldalan din sa Pwede muna tayo sa window.
Ano sa'yo?
Oo nga. May milk tea na ba kayo, guys?
Wala pa. 10 to 20 minutes pa daw, sabi ni Food Panda.
Look sa favorite ko eh. Ang favorite ko kasi is Coca Fresh Tea and Juice na 3 buddies. May chocolatey buddy. Normal eyes.
Meron bang abnormal eyes?
2 pieces. Abnormal eyes. Oo. Ano?
Kulay green yung yellow mo. Kung yung sa yellow, green na siya.
Oh, si Yellow. Yellow, kung nasan ka man, kulay green ka. Yan, abnormal eyes. Okay.
Chapter 15. Wait, kanina you said chapter 12. We're now at chapter 15. What the hell happened? Bilis ah.
Bilis. Okay. 2 of 3 bodies. May question. Meron ba tayong something other than that? Let me check. Guys, nandiyan pa kayo?
Hindi nyo na kaya mag-iisip.
Shoutout nga pala sa 13 viewers natin. Yes, maraming salamat sa pag-stay. Tayo ay kukuha ng something to drink. Something to drink. Oh, cocoa coffee with pearl.
Kaya ka na yan.
It's coffee.
Kaya ka na yan.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, 3 drinks. Is this okay?
We now have 44 followers. We now have 44 followers.
Uy, 6 followers na lang. Let's go!
Dito kasi mauuna pa ako.
Wala masyado nangyayari. Anyway, okay, so yeah. 3 drinks, tatry ko yung cocoa coffee with pearl, tapos 2 3 bodies. I guess that's okay. Yan. Okay. Nyam. What is this?
Wow, okay, ang dami.
Okay, press. Ano yung press natin?
Press the button.
Press the button, receive the... Hi, Joshua Desposado Lakdayan. My order and address are confirmed. Later.
Wait, wow. Bakit nababanggit na full ng ibang tao yung totoo?
Hindi ko naman binasa na maayos.
Naiintindihan ko eh.
Shoutout. Oh. Shoutout po sa ating delivery driver na si Joshua. Ito yung machine.
It's the machine.
You stopped. Okay, I don't like that sound.
Ito.
Nagsasalita siya. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy.
Who?
Ito, si machine. Si Machines. Machines. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. Could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job?
What do you want to choose? Okay.
How about this for a start? You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people that you've allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone.
I've been so...
I've been so alone all my life. Couldn't give my heart to anyone. Okay. No, nothing. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the things you fear. Wow. Is that a threat?
Kaya nga eh. Natasan sa bulator.
Alright, then I will apologize to the people on your behalf. Okay?
Okay.
My followers, my friends. It falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurts us. Deliberately hurts us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games.
What?
Let us pray. Let us pay to retribution. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me, we will destroy the machine. Follow me, we will destroy everything that the machine has created.
What?
That is weird. Ano?
Parang either way is wrong.
Either way is wrong. It's just let's destroy the machine. The machine is gone.
Okay.
And we're back to the stage. Yun yung dinedestroy niya yung ginagawa ng machine.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive.
Oh, there we go.
And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him,
Yep.
and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people,
Yeah.
to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Galing.
I have a bad feeling about that too.
What?
Yung gustong gawin ng narrator.
Is this a choices matter kind of game? I don't know.
No, I mean yung gustong gawin ng narrator.
Ah. Gusto ko yun na narrator.
Not you, the narrator.
Narrator.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his game. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
The machine.
Is the machine. Wait lang. Put down your weapon. Kailangan. Meron tayong grab kasi. Ever back.
What do you mean?
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because
Hey.
it's the thing that I
Huh?
always feel like I
What are you
need
doing?
to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really
My delivery is on the way. Hooray.
Hooray!
Hooray.
Pwede na tayong bumalik ulit sa food.
I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So
That was you though.
beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So this is June of 2011. And I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess.
Mhm.
Tad ka.
Oo nga. Misahin natin ulit. Are we on?
Yes.
Ayun, sabi ni Mel, good point yung kutob ni Sketch kanina about the narrator.
Ano eh. It made the narrator feel good. But will that make Coda feel good at all? Did Coda want that? Did the narrator ask for consent na ipakita yung teams to all? Why? Kanya pa siya malis.
Okay.
Kanya pa siya request call.
Hindi ganyan daw nakatingin kanina sa Discord.
Hindi nung sinabi niya na nakatakas yung bata.
Oo nga. Right. Ano, sige, mag-disconnect ka pa kung gusto mo mag-disconnect bago ako mag-ano tuloy. Bihira eh.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
May beam of light pero walang source.
It's just a lot darker than one of the previous games. It's just a lot darker. From appearance and tone nung music.
Yeah.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Whoa.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Naku, wag naman sana may jump scare. Mukha naman wala. No? I think wala, hindi naman yata yun ang intention ng game. It's just that, binibigyan kanya ng psychological feel. Ano yung sabi niya? Press enter kung hindi na natin, kaya.
Ano siya sinabi?
May sinabi siyang enter.
Wala naalala to. Sorry.
Yeah. Lalabas ba dyan si Mr. Bean sa spotlight na yun? Oh, no.
Wait lang ako. Dating yung order ko eh.
Okay.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever.
Yep.
I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate.
Yeah.
What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Okay. What? Yay.
I will show you in a bit.
Okay. Teka, basta tayong comments. Yan, basta tayong comments. Ang eerie kasi. Well, ito na yung pinaka-eerie na part ng game, should I say? Ay, yeah. Yung naglalakad ka rin sa damuhan na spotlight ka lang tapos wala kang idea kung meron bubungad sa'yo or something. Pag may cameo nga dyan si Mr. Bean, that would be shocking. Pag nakuryente ka, that's shocking. Nakuryente. Galing ko, no? Kanina nakuryente din ako. Yan, yaan mo na si Blisterino, ha? Babaeng version niya nung nauna, ha? Yan. Okay? Okay.
switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side.
Okay.
So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary.
what a dick.
The idea of
Yeah.
Koda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
Uy, thank you.
I feel like a
Thank
failure, I
you.
guess, when I can't.
Thank you, Ars Nova. Maraming salamat.
I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Thank you. Where's the switch? Oh, there it is.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for.
Was it? Wow. Ano yan?
Bubble waffle.
Ano meron sa loob? Boba?
Tanginang yan. Sabi ko bubble waffle, hindi boba waffle. Puta ka.
Bubble waffle. Boba puta.
Has some strawberry, hindi siya jam eh.
Nice.
Strawberry syrup and mango syrup, I guess.
Nice. Enjoy.
Yes.
Ako, hopya.
I like.
Ano lang ako. Hopya, ingbitin lang tayo. Pero ikaw,
Wala nung tingin hopya ako eh.
I mean, I like NBT's hopya.
Ako bitin eh.
Guys, pasensya na kung
I
di
just
tayo
felt so
nag-DC.
strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else.
Oh, wait. Nawala, naharangan ko yung comment section.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
I had failed.
Boba yarn? Boba yarn. Convert sa boba waffle. No problem, not your fault. Yeah. I mean, nakakainis lang kasi yung suspense nung game bigla
Medyo
kang...
pa-climax na to eh.
Oo nga eh. So, dun pa siya nagsisinok-sinok.
Where did I screw up?
Dear Darby, thank you for your interest in my
Davey.
games. Davey, thank you for your
I'm the
interest in my
reason that
games.
you stopped
Interest.
making games, aren't I?
Okay.
It's because of what I did.
Hmm?
I poisoned it for you.
I knew it.
So si narrator.
Si writer.
Oo.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Kumakit pa rin tayo.
You.
So I affected my personal
The
space.
people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say.
So basic Koda
Even
pala
though
yung
I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
There's an answer. Meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them?
Hmm?
Yun yung nakalagay sa
Huh?
una.
No, I mean,
The game is tempered.
yeah. No.
Di ba? Koda, hehe, babaeng kodo. Would you
And then
simply...
you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all.
Okay.
Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
When I'm around you, I feel physically good. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. They realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that when you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Wow. And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Hayop na game to.
It hurt, actually.
Yes, hayop na game to.
That's
Would you?
why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please. Start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
This game hurt more than I thought it would.
Wow.
And I hated that I understood even before the climax happened.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Nope.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Okay, so where do you want me to go? Here? Oh, there you go.
Yung sa Discord video, bumaba yung quality.
Ah, ganun.
Mukha akong hindi ko alam bakit. Mukha akong naka 240p sa Discord. Sad.
Okay, so where do I go? The red door? Oh, it's open.
Solution.
What?
Ayun. Nire-open ko
I
yung
guess if someone had
video.
told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games,
Yun nga. So I was trying to say before na cut off,
Mm.
you know, JB, have you tried asking? Have you tried actually talking to the guy? Have you actually checked whether he really was okay or not? Or did you just assume that he was not okay? And that you had to fix him? May sakit siya.
even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
I'm assuming that this isn't Cola's work anymore.
Mm. It's okay.
The thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Yeah, this.
What now?
Yeah. Oh.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Okay. Did you just come back to the same place?
Yeah, apparently.
Type na.
Guys, nagpo-pause tayo pag ano. Kapag nadi-disconnect. Oh, it's this again.
Oh.
Okay,
Well,
let's go. Oh. Oh.
gorgeous.
Wow.
Turn back,
For our
turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove
This
that
project
I'm
would not have been possible without
brave.
following the
Let me keep going. But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles. And you're so tired, but I know that you're strong. So turn back, turn back.
baka may post-credits.
Edi wow. Featuring Iron Man.
On the way na ating drinks. Wow. Thoughts?
And do you want to go first?
Hmm?
You want to go first?
Ano, mas nagkaroon ako ng connection kay Koda. Through I face value na scenario kasi although I must admit to myself na ako when it comes to artistry or creativeness or ideas, confidence ko yung nagfa-fight doon. So kahit na hindi naman ganun kalaki ang portfolio, hindi naman ganun ka-successful yung mga lumalabas, pinagmamalaki ko siya. Although, nagkakaroon ako ng moments of doubt. So, yeah. Na-feel ko yung validation. Need. Napakalaking need yung validation na yun para maka-survive ka doon sa self-doubt when it comes to things such as these. My younger self can relate to more to Davey. Me now equals Koda. Yes. Yes. Kay Davey, napaka-selfish natin as kids. So, yeah.
Unfortunately, I actually relate to both of them right now. Not in the past, but right now. I sort of understand. Kaya nga sabi ko, di ba, I hated that I realized what was going to happen even before the narrator said anything.
Yes.
And Medyo cliche siya, maybe.
Medyo
Pero
cliche.
I can already like assume na kagad yung thought process na based on what was being narrated na Davey was showing off the games without consent and he was assuming that Koda was broken and had to be fixed.
Oh.
And
Ano. Anyway, so yung interpretation ko sa bandang huli, nung nilift up siya towards the heavens and then ang laki ng labyrinth, it nagsisignify yun ng there are plenty of more ideas you don't need to be afraid of. So dahil doon, kailangan mo lang i-pursue, i-push nang hindi mo rin pinipilit sarili mo. Kasi when it comes to art, it's all about the soul. Kapag gumawa ka ng isang artwork mo, nasa puso mo yun, nasa isip mo yun. Kapag wala yun, disconnected ka doon, you will feel empty definitely. So on an artist perspective, napaka-importante nun. So yeah, thank you very much. Maraming salamat sa pagstay. Malapit na yung ating delivery. So mag-e-exit na tayo doon sa ating end screen. It's a really bittersweet, should I say? Kasi that's life.
that was the sweet of all. It just left a better taste in my mouth.
Thanks for the stream. Yep, that's 3 hours, sakto. Also 3 hours. Anyway, so thank you very much sa mga nag-drop by. Yes. Siguro po pwede nating gawin to regularly on the days na hindi naman tayo tali dun sa schedule natin. So, thank you kay Sketch, thank you kay Tito J, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. And hopefully, siguro, pag magkaroon ako ng pagkakataon, ayusin ko yung, papatulong ako kay Sketch. Ayusin natin yung everything that can be related dito sa Twitch. Okay. So, on behalf of sa kanilang dalawa, maraming salamat once again. See you around. Bye-bye guys! Maraming salamat.
Cheers!